What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Boundless Perception YouTube channel. And today I am back with an episode where we have finally finished printing all of my 3D prints. Well, not all of them, but the one piece is done, I'll just say that. And I'm going to be assembling it for you guys today. And just to show you, I have run through a whole thing of filament. I was using the Ender 3D printing filament. I was using the white. I'm currently using the black. This thing has been just like going. I really need to give it a break. I've been going hard on it, so it's performing amazing. I mean, the prints are absolutely amazing. But I've gone through a whole roll printing things. I have finally finished my Frostmourne print. So I have it right here. You can see the white filament. I still have all the supports on. I have to break those off, but we're going to be gluing them together today and actually assembling my Frostmourne sword because I wanted to make Frostmourne, so that's what we are going to be doing on camera today. I'm going to be using Loctite gel. I've heard this is really good, like super glue is really good for PLA. The best gel, oh, not the best gel, the best glue was Weld On 66, 16, I think Weld On 16 was the best glue for actually gluing together PLA fragments or whatever, or PLA prints. But I didn't have any at my local hardware store and I didn't want to wait for Amazon, so I got the second best thing. I got the Loctite gel, not the, like drippy one, it comes out in the gel. And I got the smaller ones because I know that basically once you open these, you have to use them all right away. I mean, I've tried before to reuse them, but it doesn't work. So anyways, we're going to be breaking off the supports from here, gluing this bad boy together and assembling it. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so here you can see a lot of the items I've already printed. This is actually going to be for another episode, no spoiler, so let me just slide this over here to the side, get it out of the way, along with the previous episode with the cats and the slingshot I've made, so putting those to the side. This right here is all of the items that I've printed to make Frostmourne. So we have, it's going to assemble like this, but as I said, I need to break off the supports, so boom, boom. You can see it's pretty large. I don't know if it's all on camera right now. It should be though, but yes, all of these are gonna come together and make Frostmourne. But as I said, first we have to break off the support. So let's see how easy or how difficult these are to break. So, right now, it's actually more difficult than I thought. There we go, not too bad. It definitely needs to be sanded, but here's the first part. These have been on here for probably about, I don't know, a few days now, and definitely over 24 hours. Oh man, yeah, this is actually a lot more difficult than I thought to break off, but I really don't want to damage the print in the process. I wonder if it's better actually to rip these off right after you finish printing, because this is more effort than I thought it was going to be.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, so I finally got off all the support material, and you can see I made a huge mess, but I did finally get it all off, so now we can finally start gluing everything together. So yep, let's get to that part now. Alright guys, so it took a little while, a lot longer than I wanted it to, but I did eventually get all of the filament, or the support filament, off of my 3D prints. And I have to say, I have never seen them, without the filament, without the supports on them. And they look amazing. I really like the way these look. They're gonna come together like this. Let me turn that around so you guys can see the front, like so. And this is gonna be part of the handle for Frostmourne. So yes, I ended up actually having to bust out my Dremel to get a lot of the material off. I haven't used this in a while, so it was nice to go ahead and use it. Yeah, I need to learn to use less supports. I mean, more supports equals more sturdybility. That's my word, I've trademarked it. More sturdybility, and it means that your prints are, not gonna collapse, but God, it's a pain in the ass trying to get it off, like trying to get the filament off, so the support's off. But anyways, that's all said and done now, so let's go ahead and move on to the gluing part. So let's get to it. All right guys, so I just did some extremely vigorous sanding, and I'm going to try to attempt to glue these 3 pieces together right now. I wish they fit together a bit better. Unfortunately, they don't. I mean, it's still really good, don't get me wrong. I mean, they fit together very, very well, but you know, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I just really, really want it to stick together better than, I don't know. I want them to be perfectly flat together, but we're gonna have to use a little bit of wood filler, but that's okay. All right, I'm not gonna fool with it. Just gonna leave it be, and I got glue on my fingers, which is what I was trying to avoid. And yes, I need to wipe this glue up. That's on the mat now. Well, I did eventually get it to hold. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next piece, because again, this like cures so quickly. I need to clear off my work area. Here's the handle. But yes, let's move on to the next piece. Another very broad, flat surface. I really need a 3D printer that could print all this in one go. Like, or just, you know, less sections, that'd be nice. Just gonna put this on here. See it thin out. Yes, put the little excess on here. And boom, let's stick these 2 pieces together. And this goes together a lot easier for some odd reason than the other 2 pieces did. No idea why. Who knows? Oh, the fumes. Note to yourself, guys, if you use this super glue gel, it does kind of have a smell. Probably should be wearing a respirator or something, but you know. That's for the next time. Come on. Hold that there for a second. No. Have a stick. I don't understand why that top piece works so well together and these pieces are not. Maybe I'm not using enough glue. Maybe that's the trick. I need to use more. All right guys, new thing of super glue. Slide the blade over here. Put this one here. Let's make sure the 2 sides match up accordingly. And that they do. So, remember, a lot more glue is a trick. I probably should have wiped this down with alcohol first, but you know, whatever. If it falls apart, we'll know why, because I didn't wipe it down with alcohol. Just applying lots of glue here in a zigzag pattern, especially around the edges. Oh my gosh, I really should have bought a lot more glue. This stuff is like $3 a pack, and I need it all. Ugh. All right, that's like literally 1 whole stick right there, but whatevs. Mix that all around. All right, wipe my finger off and let's see if it will bind. Alrighty guys, it hasn't even been 60 seconds and it's together. Squeeze it a bit tighter. A little bit of glue came out of the seams there. Just wipe that. Yeah, just keep squeezing. It's a little bit off. That's really gonna drive me crazy, but it's okay. It came out a lot better in terms of symmetry than I originally thought. So, Creality, awesome machine. All right, guys, there you have it. The handle is coming together nicely. Now, for this part. All right, guys, did some adjusting with the hacksaw, and look at that. Boom, right in. So let's go ahead, hold up. So we can get a flat seal going on here. Let me check it from the back side. It's not as flat as I want, but nonetheless, it's still pretty flat. The rest is just gonna have to be wood filler. So let's go ahead and get to gluing. We're gonna put glue on this surface because it's broader. If there's any glue left in here. Guys, cosplay is expensive. Yes, we're getting every ounce of this in here. You know how they have that thing for toothpaste where it squeezes all the toothpaste out of the tube? Oh man, all the toothpaste out of the tube. They need that for glue. This stuff adds up. Get it all, my friend. Of course, put some in here. Yeah, that's all we're gonna get out of there. Trash. Yeet. All right. Let's see how this goes. The base and the blade dry overnight, and we're just gonna go ahead and attach the handle now. Yeah, and see how this goes, and we're gonna let it dry overnight. The handle seems to fit very nicely. It gets pretty flush. So it's been a little bit over 24 hours. The sword, as you can see, can hold itself just off of the glue alone. I would not advise swinging it or anything like that, but it does hold its own. So what I'm going to do right now to reinforce it a little bit, I saw this technique on YouTube, I'm sorry I forget whose channel, to basically weld the two parts together using some PLA filament. So we're just gonna go ahead and give this a shot. I have never done this before, and we shall see how it goes. So let's just give it a go. Actually, this right here is a test filament that came with my printer, and this right here is some leftover filament I have from Ender. I'm gonna use this filament instead because I feel like it's a bit higher quality. So let's give it a go. All right, guys, so it is finally done. Everything has been printed, everything has been glued and sealed together. Now comes the long, boring sanding part, but you know, it's coming along. This here is Frostmourne completed. It's pretty sturdy, as you guys can tell. I am moving it all around with no trouble. Oh man, this has been a long time coming. It took me like a good week or so to print out all the parts. I printed in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sections on my Ender 3 back here. As you can see, it is still printing the second piece of this costume. I'm actually printing the entire Lich King armor. So since I have Frostmourne, I guess you guys could have put 2 and 2 together. But yeah, I am printing it all off, and this will be my first time ever doing this. This is my first time ever printing something this large, ever 3D printing really. You know, you guys saw the previous episodes where I made much smaller things, but this is my first time really making something like this. So I'm extremely excited about how this came out. I'm looking forward to sanding it, painting it. I've got so much more to learn, so much more to refine, but overall, I am very pleased with the way this came out so far. So thank you guys so much for coming along on the journey. You saw a few of the techniques that I use. I'll probably make an episode eventually on just, you know, each individual thing that I did, but since I am nowhere near an expert yet, it was my very first time, and I didn't know how they were gonna come out, I don't wanna, you know, like, hey, you guys should try this, but I can so far recommend this 3D printing filament. It's phenomenal. I recommend, you know, this is the Ender filament. The Creality 3 that you see right here, I highly recommend it. It's just doing its thing. So yes, thank you guys for coming along with me as I create this. Look forward to well, I don't know how much longer it's gonna take me to print all that armor, but look forward to those episodes and coming along with me on that journey. And until next time, stay boundless. See you guys. Bye-bye.